Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Push him back. Push him back. 5-1.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill. Protein spill. Hot. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey, kill.
To throw, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Ready?
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Game situation. 5-9. You got tight right now.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Ready.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
A gain of 6 there on first.
13th NFL season now. Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 35 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Well, what's the call here?
Let's go.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down. A give right side now to Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
Rush in. Rush in. Check 43. We're good. 5-4. Ready. 5-8. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 55. Here we go.
Breeze now on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Check.
On first down, Breeze. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Safety's creeping.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. This not the final game of this opening weekend. Still one more, and that comes your way later tonight out in Oakland. The Denver Broncos and Vic Fangio's coaching debut taking on the Oakland Raiders, the final home opener for the Silver and Black in the East Bay. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson forced out to his left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the gun, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Third and long. It's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. On the right side, this is Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the red zone now, Watson dancing to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it. Anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, Everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. He's going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and this defense will take over right at midfield. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunt. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Watson off play action. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to go for a big play down. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
To throw is Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check 15. 36.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's go, Brady. Turnover. Get that ball. Get 55.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ginn. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, first and 10.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's now second and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
What we got? SOS. Break it down, fellas. Break it down. SOS.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that takes us from second to third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
5-9. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Kill. 80 weapon.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Mike, 55. Hey, Wood. Right here. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 19 yards away. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 26. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On second and 10, Watson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw is Watson. To throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Watson to the right side, complete to Miller. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped him 2 out of 3 times. Usually.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Check pass.
Breeze now to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sack there by Jadeveon Clowney.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here. First and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch twist.
From the 50, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Watson operating from the gun. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You got nothing.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Texans.
Watson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 22. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The tackle there by Breean Body Calhoun. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A loss of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 7.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
5. 37's the mic. Mike 37. Woo! And we're going 37's the mic. Mike 37. Down to lose 1. Ready, practice.
Shotgun now for Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
37's the mic. Mike 37.
To throw is Brees. And Cook has it, left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That one goes for 30 yards. Now Brees. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Saints add on to their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 47's the mic.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now it's Ginn. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze is looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
He's coming. Double up.
After the interception, here's Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Dancing to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So this one a victory here for New Orleans.